Yeah, it's live. Okay, just saw something on the screen. Hey everyone. Uh how's everyone doing? My name is Roger.
I'm Renee.
And we wanted to share something today. The specifically advice we would give ourselves 5 years ago.
Yeah,
5 years ago.
if we could help someone who was in the same situation as we were
Yeah.
5 years ago,
Yeah.
that would be really a privilege for us. So, do you want to start with yours first? So, this is
No, go
either
ahead.
professional or personal.
Yeah, whatever that advice is.
Yeah.
5 years ago, if we're looking at our ourselves 5 years ago, what would we share with ourselves? What would that be? What would that thing be? Or those things be?
So, we're not pros at this, right? Obviously, and we've only started. I guess what you could say, waking up to the possibilities and the opportunities around 4 years ago, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we just want to share this because if you're that person that is meant to get something from us, but we're keeping ourselves quiet and our mouths shut, then we're not really fulfilling our role on this earth. So if you're that person who finds us, somewhat of like someone that you can listen to, then I hope this helps you. So
Yeah, at least one, right?
yeah,
At
at
least
least
one
one
person.
person, because honestly, you really don't know what you don't know, and you pay a whole lot for ignorance. That's what we're learning.
Yeah, ignorance. That's really good. Ignorance is not bliss. It's not absolutely. Heard that saying. I don't know if you've heard that saying before.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not bliss
Yeah.
in most cases.
We follow people like Myron Golden and Omar Al Takrori, and they usually say that it's like if you're looking at how to improve yourself and your circumstances, you usually have to pay for the knowledge and to invest in yourself and get the necessary skills, learn the skills, master them, so that you can progress in your life situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But people usually say, it's expensive, it costs something. And they say, yeah, it costs something to invest in yourself, it's expensive, but you should see the price of ignorance, they say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Infinitely more.
yeah, so I think for me, I wish someone sat me down 5 years ago and advised me about the importance of building a personal brand online, because we're all, each one of us, as long as we're alive, we have a brand already. Whether you're working online or not, you already have a brand as a nurse, as a doctor, as a teacher, whatever the profession is, right? How you conduct yourself, what your values are, what you talk about the most, uh, what you're most passionate about, what do you constantly think about, right? That's all a part of your brand, what you stand for. And I wish I had just translated that online much sooner. I had Facebook, I had Instagram back in 20, yeah, like even 2012 or something like that, but I just used it as a time waster. You post something random, and you, or maybe you get in touch with your friends,
Yeah. Yeah.
or you're just there to kind of have that community, but nobody really, I guess because I wasn't in that circle of like people who have already been doing that, and now they're very successful, they're earning in their sleep
Mm-hmm.
because they built a personal brand 5 years ago. And I wish somebody really seriously just took me aside and kind of gave me the benefits of that come from that. So now that we're still babies. I think we started our business about 4 years ago, and personal branding is a huge part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 years into it, over 4 years into it, we're only start. I think we're just scratching the surface still,
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of testifies to like any process, right? It starts really slow at the beginning, but then the more you work at it, it compounds. But yeah, we're just discovering now that how important it is and how lucrative it is, because high level is bi level. Somebody else said that. I think that was Marcus.
Myron Golden.
No, I think it's
It's
also
Marcus?
Marcus. Yeah,
Oh,
Marcus
yeah?
DeRosie.
Mhm.
He was saying high level is bi level, and it's true because everybody is on their phones and on social media, and whoever they give their attention to, the recipient of the attention gets money, right? Because people people pay money for stuff that they trust, or they, you know, they wherever
in.
you're, yeah,
Yeah.
whoever they believe in, then they listen to that person, and whatever that person suggests, advises, then they do the exact same thing. Buy this because this will make you Y, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, attention is so important, and so many people have stories to tell. So many people have so many different like wisdom to share, tips to share, strategies. Not so much on like technical side. It's rarely ever that, but it's like, what have you learned along the way as a person? And if you're just keeping that all to yourself, you are losing a ton of influence, and with that, a ton of money, right? So one of the things that we are learning now with personal brand and putting it up online is you could be doing a video like this, and people from across the globe, while you're sleeping now, after you've published your video, while you're sleeping, somebody else is watching you. And you're essentially given the privilege and the opportunity to advise another person, to pour into another person, right? And as a recipient of that, if you gave them value, or if you said something that's really helpful to them in their circumstance right now, then you just gained a person that trusts you, right? And you've just garnered attention, and you can use that either to just keep on blessing that person, or once that person has said to himself or herself, you know what, I'm gonna follow them because they just know my struggles, they know, that will turn into monetary gain. I guarantee you, because we've seen that. Like, I remember for our Facebook,
Yeah.
we're new on YouTube here, but on
Brand
Facebook,
new. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely new.
on Facebook, we did a live, and it wasn't even about our business or anything, but we were just talking. We had cards and we were asking each other questions, get to know you questions. And then from that, we got, I think, a $5,000 deal, just because the person was saying, you know, based on your answers, I really thought I could trust you guys. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna partner with you guys. And yeah, that was just
Yeah.
one example, but that's happened over and over in many different ways. So tell your story, start your Facebook or your Instagram or your YouTube, start using it to your advantage instead of just wasting time. That's what I would say.
Yeah. And the other thing is the advice that I would give myself 5 years ago, someone 5 years ago, is that, I mean, at that time, I was working as a designer in my 9 to 5 job, going downtown. We had our child at the time, our daughter, and so we both had to commute, what, 1.5 hours from home.
Each way.
Yeah, 1.5 hours each way, so 3 hours in total back and forth. And it was like, it was okay. I liked what I was doing, but the environment at work wasn't the best environment at all. And so, in that 9 to 5, doing that routine every single day, not knowing that there could be other things out there that, where there are opportunities to do business, to gain income, to do all that sort of thing based on the things that I've been blessed enough to learn, I had no idea. So if someone were to say, "Hey, at that time, there's more out there, and these are the things. Go explore. Go look." That would have been mind blowing to me. Really, there's actually, I don't have to just go to an office all the time. I don't have to jump on the train, the subway, go downtown, walk through the crowd, the whole routine that everybody at the time seems to be doing was a lot of big crowd going to and populating the buildings downtown, to, you know, contribute to someone else's dream, right? Rather than, not, don't get me wrong, a 9 to 5 has its purpose, a job has its purpose, but at the same time, is it contributing to your family's bottom line, right? Are there more things that you want to be able to do, more time that you want to be able to spend with your son, your daughter, your wife, your husband, right? Your mom, your dad. You want to be able to not necessarily take overtime just so you can go on a vacation, right? To spend quality time. Maybe you want to be able to do some renovations at your home, anything like that. If someone had said to me, go explore this, explore that, 5 years ago, I would have done that exact thing, and be able to build that business, that opportunity. And 5 years ago today, I would have, been way, way far ahead, in terms of, gaining the income and the financial stability, or the time, even more so, than I did at that time. So it's really, monumental to be able to know that you don't necessarily have to, um, stay in your job if you're unhappy, if you're not satisfied with it. Spoke to someone, I think 2 days ago, and that was the case. She was going to her job only because of a small inconvenience, and that was she was able to work from home sometimes. So I asked her, if that convenience wasn't there, would you like your job? She said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I wouldn't do it. So, food for thought. Food for thought right there. And that's the advice I would give to myself 5 years ago.
To start a business.
To start a business, to start an opportunity, to explore. Right? And we started our business 4 years ago. And so we are in business online. We're not in the 9 to 5. So the sooner you do start, the better for you and your family and your loved ones. Yeah.
The thing with that is, I think people, they're cool to start, but it's the sticking with it too.
The sticking, yeah, absolutely.
Because
Mhm.
with and knowing exactly what to do when you start, because I started Facebook, but I didn't know how to monetize or build a brand or anything like that. So and if you don't see the point of doing something, then you'll stop.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Well, and that's a whole nother topic in itself, right there.
yeah.
But for those who fall into that category of not being satisfied with what you're doing right now, definitely, be able to explore. We're gonna maybe make another video in terms of the things that you just said, how to stick with things, how to, learn moving forward. Because the time is now. Time is not tomorrow, next week. The time is now. Absolutely.
So what you're advising is to just look beyond the 9 to 5.
And look beyond it, exactly. Look
Always.
beyond.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of people who have never heard anything like this before, or maybe you may have heard of it, but you're just like, this is actually the time. It's a gold mine right now. There's a rush happening, not offline but online. So the sooner you can embrace that thought that honestly you don't, like for us, right? We're home and we're making a living literally from our laptops and our phones,
Yeah.
which is so, it's wild still.
Mhm.
But honestly, people have been doing it, and it's gonna just go that route even more as the years progress. So don't dilly dally. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So hopefully we were able to help at least one person today, and with some advice. But have a wonderful rest of your day, night. Okay, and blessings to you.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh,
If you
was
guys
that?
did learn something, make sure you put it on the comment section
Absolutely.
so that we can connect with you.
Yeah, what
and-
is it that you learned?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how you're gonna use that going forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye for now.